Hey there guys, what's up and all that stuff? It's time for some more 240Z stuff today, but I did do some motor work on my 260Z during the week. I was going to film the whole thing. I did film the whole thing actually, but decided I don't want to lead anyone astray. This is my first engine build, so I didn't film it because I don't really know what I'm doing. I did follow instructions from a couple of different books and watched a lot of YouTubers. There's one YouTuber I didn't follow because one of the first lines he said was the L28s have solid lifters. Anyway, I have the bottom end of my engine put together. The crank is in and it's spinning freely. There's no tight spots. So that's a plus. Now I did everything by the book. Checked all the clearances. They're all within tolerance. They're all around 0.050 or whatever it is it's supposed to be. 005, whatever it is, whatever it is in the book. First, put bearing grease on all of the journals. Not bearing grease, what do you call it? Assembly lube, that's it. I made sure they were all clean before I did anything, make sure there's no foreign matter in anything. I cleaned up all the threads on the bolts, put oil on them before I put them in. The back one, it's got the seals in. Put a little bead of sealer in the bottom corner of the cap where it's supposed to go. Got rubber grease on the seal in the back. I torqued them all down to 40 foot-pounds. So now it's all in and it's ready to roll. So next I will be slipping it upside down and I'll be working on getting the pistons in. So yeah, same procedure. After I've got the pistons in, there's the same procedure with doing the bearing caps on those as well. So yeah, we're getting there on that. What I am going to do is I'm going to go up and make myself a coffee. Then I'm going to come back out and set up the 240Z for today's work. So I went and got a hatch for it, for the old 240Z. Just goes to show they don't all fit exactly the same. This one's got a bit of overhang on both sides. So that'll be to do with the way the, be to do with the way this part of the hinge is sitting on the actual hatch. So I might even do a bit of an adjustment with a hammer because it's sitting lower and it's also sitting further back. So that sort of tells me that they both sides need a little bit of a tap with a hammer just to push them up a little bit. Anyway, I'll look at it later on. But it's not too bad. It's something I can deal with. The hatch has still got a little bit of rust in it, but that's also something I can deal with just along there where they all go. But today's plan of attack, I think, is to get the paint off of this quarter panel. So I'm going to have to go to Bunnings and get some paint stripper because I'm not going to do it all by grinder. And if I get enough time for the end of the day, fix this little bit of indiscretion up there in that corner of the quarter panel before it gets welded back on. Also, I'll get most of all the dents out and stuff before I go too far. So yeah, hopefully the quarter panel will be in bare metal by the end of the day and we'll see how we go after that. Doesn't make for very exciting viewing, sorry guys, but it's part of the process. So let's go. Can Can you hear that? Neighbours have some sort of burnout ute car. I think it might be an actual Datsun or Toyota ute, like something old school. It's got a pretty nasty sounding V8 in it by the sound of it. Okay, they got most of the paint off. It's not too bad. There's this, didn't have hardly any filler, just this corner up here, but got a bit of a dent there. As you can see, I'll tap that out while the quarter panel's off. Still got zinc coating, so it should be right for flash rust. But what I was putting on at the end there with the squirter bottle, that was the flash rust inhibitor, just to be sure. So I'm going to let it dry naturally because I don't want to wipe the flash rust inhibitor off. But yeah, there's just a little bit of paint here and there I'll get off manually, but overall that came off pretty easy. Oops, sorry about that. That Almost looks like the natural colour of your car, Roger. Just clear coat it like that. What do you reckon, Richard? Leave it that colour. So I've mounted it back on the car for now. It's not the last time it's going to be taken off, because there's still stuff to do. But the last part of the day, I'm going to start fixing this little rusty spot there. By the time I've done that, I think it'll be about time to knock off. That's that bit done. As far as rust goes on this quarter panel, I've still got to do this bit up here. It's not part of the frame, by the way. This is part of the actual quarter panel. So I'll pull this off and I'll fix that bit on the quarter panel. Then it's a matter of fixing a couple of small dents, getting the dog leg right there, because it's still bulging out right there where it's not meant to be. I think it's a matter of giving that little bit there a stretch so it can suck back in again. Then once that is done, I'll be able to weld the quarter panel on the actual car, and then we'll probably move on to the roof skin, get that welded on. Actually, no. Before the roof skin, we'll do this panel here. This was a repro. Yeah. As you can see, there's a bit of a pointy bit right there. I think it needs to be shrunk. Yeah, it's bulging out there, so it needs a bit of a shrink there to get it to be able to hook under properly. And then, yeah, just a few little bits of tweaking here and there to get it to fit right. Then we'll weld that on. Then move on to the roof. And then it's time to pull all those bracings out. It's getting there, it's getting there. I can see the end. There's a bit of rust inside the engine bay I've still got to attend to. But once that's done, that's nothing major. Then it's time to start prepping it for paint. You say it like that, it sounds like it's actually going to be finished. I'm going to leave it there, I reckon. I do have about half an hour left of my time before I was going to pack up, but the next part I was going to do was that rust up the top of the window frame there, and by the time I get the quarter panel off to fix it, it'll be time to pack up. So I think I'll just leave it for next week so I can go at it hard. Yeah, so that's about it, guys. I'll do some more of the engine during the week, and as usual, I'll come back to the 240Z on the weekend. I don't have to go for any drives this weekend, so hopefully I'll have a bit more time on it. Alright guys, if you could subscribe, that'd be great. It would help me out eventually if I get enough subscribers, but for now, see you next week.